Let's just keep it a buck. All right.
And we're back with another episode of Keep It a Buck podcast, episode 78. This your boy Coop. You can follow me at Coop_1988 on most platforms. Make sure y'all follow us on all platforms.
This your boy Keeks. You can follow me at GSFK860. That's the Game Speed page. That's free training for the kids in the community. So make sure y'all follow. Basketball season's about to be back up and rolling. So we're definitely about to have some stuff up and rolling because we definitely had some kids that we put in a lot of time with this off season. So shout out to everybody that, not even just kids, some young adults too. So shout out to everybody that we helped out and everybody that spent time with us and that we spent time with this off season. So excited to see. Thank you to everybody who likes, shares, and subscribes. Please continue to do so. We're going to keep delivering better stuff. Again, we're going to be at live games this year, so make sure that you guys are locked in for that. And we're going to keep trying to fulfill the need of being able to watch things. We have a lot of sports, and there's all these different networks and stuff. We got to make sure you guys have a network to be able to watch sports on consistently and not just our podcast. All right, so again, thank you to everybody who likes, shares, and subscribes, and please keep doing so.
Yes,
all right, start for the day. We're going to start with our shout-outs. Shout out to Bank at 12 first and foremost. We are appreciative of the space that you guys give us, and we are going to keep using it properly. And thank you guys. If you guys ever want to come get a drink, if anybody ever wants to come get a drink, the Bank at 12 is the place to do so. Good vibes, good music, good drinks. All right. And the people behind the bar, they always know how to talk and socialize, so it's always a good time.
Shout out to Phoebus.
Oh, what's happening with Phoebus?
We just beat Churchland, man.
Who's Churchland? You got to tell us a little bit about that.
Churchland's in, if I'm not mistaken, it's in Portsmouth. It's playoff time, baby. The first round of playoffs.
Oh, so they got their first playoff, though. Okay.
Yeah, so we still en route for 5.
Mm-hmm.
We still en route for 5.
Okay, you made all you got to do is make it. All you got to do is, when you got experience like that, all you got to do is make it.
You want to know who I think we're going, if I'm not mistaken? Now we're going to play Lafayette. I don't even know where Lafayette is at. Williamsburg. Lafayette is in Williamsburg, Virginia.
Look at that. Ain't that a coincidence? Shout out Williamsburg.
That's your second home?
That's what we like to vacation, baby. Honestly, that's my second home.
That's his second home. I ain't claiming no Williamsburg.
I love going to Williamsburg.
I'm not going to Williamsburg, man.
He loves going to Williamsburg.
No, I don't go like that.
Yo, I can't. My dad gonna laugh at that. Last shout out for the day. Shout out Bless, shout out Tristan, and shout out Makai on their senior nights over at NFA. They obviously had some moving around happening this offseason, and I'm just happy that they were able to fulfill their seasons properly the way they wanted to. They've all been balling and putting up the stats they wanted to and making plays, and NFA's doing well, and they needed them. They needed them as much as the kids needed to be at NFA. So I'm glad it was a good match for them. So shout out all of them on their senior night. You know, all y'all family, you know I love you guys. So shout out you guys and keep doing y'all thing for next year. It's not over. Everything's not over, yo. Y'all still got y'all next step.
Correction. We go against Hampton.
Honestly, that when you said guess who we go against,
that's
the first thing I thought. First thing I thought was Hampton.
They beat the shit out of us this year. That's that guy I was telling you that was 6'7". That was sitting there. Yeah. Oh man, the kid's gonna kill.
Yeah, they gonna get you
yo. Payback's coming, baby.
What is it, 6'7"? What, D lineman or something?
No, he's a freaking
receiver. Don't say receiver. Bro, stop it. And he's probably like a strong 6'7".
He played basketball too.
That's not okay, bro.
And he played basketball.
That's not okay, bro.
Yeah, man. I got to find the young man name, but I'm hearing these balling out.
Shout out to him, bro, because that's definitely letting a lot of you hoopers know. Some of you dudes that's like 6'5", 6'6", and strong and can run the court. Some of you guys who play D2 or something, or like lower D2 or like higher D3, you guys can be very high-level football players, yo.
Shout out.
You definitely can. So shout out to everybody,
Hampton, man, because that's the biggest rivalry that when I grew up on. They bringing it back. They just whipped our ass. It's time for payback, man. Go Phantoms, man.
Hey,
Let's
we
get
got-
it.
we gotta
man.
try to
And
get there for
I'm
next
watching
year,
that
Coop.
game this weekend. I'm
We
gonna
got to
buy
try to
that
get there
game
for next year.
I'm gonna
Coop.
watch that game. I'm watching that game.
Watch party?
What was that? 12.
Ooh.
It's in the afternoon, so I know you know.
Was it
it's
on
in
Saturday?
Yeah, the 22nd is Saturday, right?
Oh, this Saturday?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, no, I'm about to. I'm supposed to be
Yeah.
at. Ooh, I can't even
Yeah.
tell y'all.
I
I got something to reveal for the network too.
Yeah.
I got another
yeah.
exclusive coming for the network.
Yeah. So shout out to both teams, man. Revitalizing the rivalry, man.
I respect it. So let's get into our sports for the day. We have a lot of sports for the day, so we're not gonna do our keep it a buck question for the day. We're gonna go straight into sports. Bears, Eagles, Rams. They're the three hottest teams in the NFC right now. Who is most likely to make the Super Bowl out of the NFC out of the three?
Spoiler alert. Well, I don't know if they call it spoiler alert. If we gonna call it, if out of three of those teams, I would say the Rams. I think they're the most complete team. I think they're the most complete team.
You think that the Eagles have the offense, Bears have the defense, and the Rams got
both. I think Rams got and they look like they clicking at the right time. They are 8-2, and they got a tough division. It's not like they're in a easy division. You know, you got the Seahawks that they just went against. They got down to the wire. It wasn't the best presentation for the Rams. It was 21-19, and they still got San Francisco behind them too. So they come from they coming out of a good division. So it's not like they're playing soft teams. So I call the Rams. Even though I called the Bears at early this year, I need my jinx to start kicking in right now. I don't like the fact that they sitting at the top of the division.
They are smooth right
Oh
now.
my gosh,
I know you are
man.
not. Your jinx did not mean to work out that way.
I didn't.
I know you wanted them to be good, but I know you
said
ain't
they
want
was
them to
gonna
be
have
that
a winning
good.
season. I did say they was going to be 7-3, man.
I know you ain't want them to win that much. Yeah, no.
I didn't want them to win. They not supposed to win that much, man. Even though, and this is why I told people, man, the tie is, I took it as a loss. Because even though we got the same amount of loss, we don't got the same amount of wins, man. So that takes it as a loss.
So I'm going to go with the Eagles.
Nah.
I'm going to go with the Eagles because I know their defense looks shaky. But
their offense looks shaky, too.
I mean, their offense looks, but that offense is not a worry to me. Never. Once you get to the playoffs, bro, and you have all those options, I feel like it's going to be easier for the Eagles once they get to the playoffs. I feel like they're sitting at the top of our division. They know they're getting in the playoffs no matter what with that sitting at the top of our division. So I feel like they're just trying to figure out things about their season and about their team to try to make them like bulletproof kind of. Okay. So I think the Eagles are fine. I think they're just trying to figure out little like nicks and knacks. But I think once they get it to the playoffs, I think they're going to be that team that we saw last year.
What is their identity?
What is their identity?
Yeah.
Running the ball through Saquon and then giving the ball to his receiver, giving the ball to their receivers after. But also it kind of like got a little bit weird with not weird, but it got a little bit different with A.J. Dillon because you want to be able to give both those running backs the ball because you want to give A.J. the ball to give Saquon a break. But at the same time, it's tough to give them both the ball a lot and then still be able to spread the ball out to your two star receivers that you have. So the Eagles have a difficult task at hand, and I feel like once it gets to the playoffs, none of that shit matters. Like, for example, when we had my high school team, we had a bunch of great players. When we got to our senior year after Torrin left, it was there was a lot of people trying to find shots. And even before that, once people started getting older, Chris started getting recruited, people started trying to find more shots on the court. But once we got to the playoffs, it was different. Everybody knew their role. Everybody knew what they had to do. And they came and stepped up for that specific role to a T. All of the I'm trying to get buckets or I'm trying to do this went out the window. So I feel like it'll be the same for the Eagles.
My thing is that he threw a lot. I feel like he threw a lot. I'm trying to go through the statistics to see if this is the most throws he thrown playing the Lions last game. I mean, it says Saquon, he ran 26 times, so that's still that's still going with your identity thing. He carried the ball how many times again? Let me double check. 26 times for 83 yards. But he threw the ball 28 times. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what their identity is because it seems like with the whole A.J. Brown situation.
I think they're trying to keep A.J. Brown happy and like trying to give him the stats in because they also still have another receiver to keep happy too. It's tough to be in that Eagles locker room as a receiver, especially once you look over there in your division and you see the Cowboys receivers doing this.
Yeah.
If I'm A.J. Brown and I'm sitting in my division, and I did just come off for Super Bowl, but I see the Cowboys receivers doing this, having fun, freaking getting all these passes, making like
allegedly they're having fun.
Yeah, I ain't talking. Well, yeah, allegedly. But, getting all these passes thrown to them and just having a lot of opportunity, getting multiple passes thrown to you, that feels good as a receiver. It feels good to come off the line and know that you're gonna get the ball multiple times in that corner. Because you should. So I feel AJ Brown. So I feel like they're trying to
seeing like 9 targets a game, 9 to 12 targets a game.
So I think they're trying to give him more or trying to like spread it out more and also trying to lay off Saquon a little bit. Because why if you're at the top of the division, why just run through Saquon if you're at the top of the division already?
You know, he had a meeting with the owner for about 10 minutes. Owner told him to chill out with that shit. So he did say that he was gonna stop doing all the Twitter things and all that. He told him to chill out with you ain't gonna get your paycheck.
But either that or we gonna ship your ass out. Because honestly, let's get one thing straight, bro. Especially with the Eagles dynasty right now, it's like the Patriots. I'm not saying that they're on the same run as the Patriots, but being in the Eagles organization is like being in the Patriots organization back then. It's like, yo, if you have Saquon, Jalen Hurts, then you can, and you have this team around them, you can replace A.J. Brown with another receiver that is trying to win a championship. You feel me?
Yeah.
A.J. Brown can go somewhere else too because he's still going to be one of the best receivers in the league. But if he's going to negatively affect the team and it's going to be like mouthy, then the organization is saying we can find somebody else. And honestly, if there's anybody that can be, it's going to be him.
Yeah.
It's going to be, if I'm thinking of A.J. Brown, Saquon, and Jalen Hurts, it's going to be him. People are going to call me crazy for that. For saying out of Saquon, Jalen Hurts, and A.J. Brown, that the most replaceable one is going to be A.J. Brown.
I don't think that's
some people are going to call me crazy for that because of how good they think A.J. Brown is and how crazy people talk about Jalen Hurts.
Numbers went up since he got with Jalen Hurts.
But that's fine. But again, you know how people talk about Jalen Hurts.
I know what you talk. I know how they feel about Jalen Hurts, but he's a winner. Saying. He knows how to carry himself. Mm-hmm. He's a leader amongst men and everything else. So if you're gonna have to get rid of the cancer, so
or the quote unquote cancer.
Quote unquote. Yeah, let me just say that. Should we say quote unquote? Because he the one that keeps putting stuff out willingly.
It's not
on the internet.
It's tough. It's tough to say that he's a cancer because it's just like, yeah, everybody's willy-nilly, everybody's having fun, blah blah blah. But the amount of money that I'm supposed to be getting is affected because I'm not getting the amount of targets that I'm supposed to get. A receiver's paycheck and a receiver's future is based off their production.
Yeah,
it's not like a quarterback. A quarterback joint like Jalen Hurts can be based off his winning.
Yeah,
more off is like winning as of right now. Like no matter what Jalen Hurts' stats are, like he's gonna have efficient stats, but he doesn't have to put up large numbers to be getting paid. A.J. Brown would have to put up large numbers to get paid and get a next paycheck after because the receiver position is weighed differently than a quarterback when you're getting paid.
How would you feel like another Philly elite wide receiver would be in today's day and age with Twitter? Talk about T.O.
Oh, bro, what?
Hey, he was considered a cancer when he like that whole thing with Nam. I was just thinking, I don't know what that popped in my mind.
If there was Twitter, T.O.'s career would be cut in half.
Yeah.
He might have made twice the money though. He might have made twice the money because that was a marketable mug.
Yeah, he was.
And he would have found a way to market himself, but his career would have been cut in half.
Because
You wouldn't have been able to hold him. You wouldn't have been able to hold what he got to say. You know who else? Him and Chad Ochocinco.
Oh, nah, Chad would have.
Both of their careers would have been cut in half if they would have had Twitter. But they both of them very marketable people.
Very marketable.
Both of their monies would have doubled if they had Twitter too, though. So you could cut the career in half. They money gonna double. It don't matter. So
I got a question for you, man. How you feel about Philly and the Bears taking out each other's ops, man?
Yo, honestly, shout out Philly for taking out the Packers. Because honestly, the people that you thought the big dogs wasn't a big dog. And honestly, we still got a chance to beat y'all big dogs. So we still, honestly, the Bears and the Eagles.
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
Yep, so they got
That's what's about to be my next question, because I know we had the big debate at the beginning of the year, and I think it comes down to that. That one game, if I'm not mistaken. That's
the tough.
That's gonna be undefeated.
The tough thing for y'all
that's
is,
weird to say.
The tough thing for y'all is the people who I said was gonna be our big dog regardless is our big dog. You going into a fight with somebody that you ain't think was gonna be your big dog. So
David Goliath, man. Situation,
shit.
man. If the Bears,
y'all might get him just because
the Bears sweep
the
the
NFC
NFC,
East.
yo, that would be the most diabolical thing. Nah.
And honestly, I'm going to still blame the Cowboys. We started this shit. They started playing well. Caleb Williams started wilding on us.
And they came down. It came down to a field goal, man, against Vikings. They pulled it through. They not looking like the Bears of, well, not gonna say the Bears of old, because the Bears of old was. But
the Bears,
great.
They're not looking like the Bears of recent.
From 2000. I mean, even 2000 caught a couple sprinkles here with Jay Cutler, but they always fumbled.
Yeah.
But he might not get that 4,000, but he's definitely going to meet. I think I said 10-7, 10-6. I mean, I think I said 10-6.
I like that.
But they definitely gonna go. They definitely above 500 now. So
they smoking that.
They got that part, but yeah. Man.
So is Kansas City's era done? They're floating around 500 right now.
No, they're under 500.
They're under 500 after that last loss. So they're under 500 after that last loss. Is the Kansas City era done, or is this just a hiccup year for them to be able to come back next year?
Pick up for next year, because I think Kelsey needs to go. Kelsey is not productive. Kelsey is but he's a marketing tool for the NFL right now due to the Taylor Swift situation.
So, question:
and he's getting money off this.
Is he ineffective, or you said he's ineffective, right?
I feel like on the field, he's definitely ineffective.
Is he ineffective, or is he does he take up that much attention? Because how sometimes it's like gravitational to where you take up that much attention, so you're just. Sometimes the other people are going to be open. Is it that?
Every game that I have watched, because Patty Mahomes is on my fantasy, so most of the time I'm trying to catch to see what he's doing. I have yet to hear Taylor Swift this year. That's the weird part.
I just
maybe at the beginning of the year. I haven't, they haven't panned to no Taylor Swift. I from what I've watched, and I maybe watched like three Kansas City games. I have yet to hear about our pan to or to a Taylor Swift situation. It's weird. It's weird.
So
Denver, I think, is at the head of their division. Denver defense is crazy.
Yeah, Denver. They're third. Chiefs are third in the division right now, and they are five. No,
I
was
right.
Right.
Besides Denver,
they're 500. That's what I was right.
Oh, they are 500.
Yeah, they're
okay,
5-5.
my bad.
Yeah, they're right. But yeah, their Chargers are 7-4, and the Broncos are 9-2. Yeah. Oh, Broncos.
I mean, they could beat out
right
Chargers, which is weird. Because I thought the Chargers, I think Herbert got hurt last game and stuff like that. They started off hot, but I don't know what.
That's another team that's smoking right now.
Yo,
too,
why?
The Broncos.
Yo, why? Yo, man, this is some bullshit, man.
The Broncos.
You know what I'm about to say? My whole jinx is all over, man. What did I say? Who did I say was better than Dak?
Oh,
Yo, my man Dak. My man Dak is making me look stupid, son.
yes. And honestly, yeah, he
Dak
definitely
is making me and Herbert looking like a burger.
Yep, all that shit you saw. And the people in the comments too, the way y'all was talking about Dak and just saying that Herbert was light years ahead of Dak, bro. This is what happens when you guys talk over what you can do for me now. Again, Dak has really put the time into the league, and regardless of the line that he had coming into the league, he still produced and he was still efficient. Again, I didn't like the fact that he didn't get the ball out on time, but he's improved on it. And honestly, that was just a flaw that he had. You can have flaws, but we're not going to make it seem like every time that we lost or every season that we lost or didn't win a championship while he was there was his fault. Like, dog, again, there is 11 players on offense, 11 players on defense. There are special teams. There are more coaches on a freaking NFL football field than there are players. Like, dog, there's a lot of stuff that goes into this. So you cannot just blame Dak's past, like, not winning a championship solely on him. He's on a team, bro.
This one, and I've watched and I've here and there in regards to the games. He is not he's not to blame. He's not to blame. Nowhere near that. The way he's balling out, like everything else, like if his team could have kept teams down to 20 to 25 points, he's winning games.
And this is all year.
This is all year.
Our season looks a lot different if our defense is showing up and looks different. But if we want to get into the Cowboys game real quick, our defense looked a lot different.
60 points, if I'm not mistaken.
Looked a lot different yesterday with. Not yesterday. It looked a lot. Yeah, it was yesterday. It was Monday Night Football. So they looked a lot different with the additions that we had.
They looked weird.
Is that Royce?
No. He don't say. Yeah.
All right. So with the additions that we added on the defense for the Cowboys, that made us look a lot better. But also, the Raiders aren't some good team.
Yeah,
let's
so
get one thing straight.
That's
we got to start with that. The Raiders are not some good offensive team. So this is what it looks like when our offense is clicking as usual, and then our defense goes against an offense that isn't too good. So even then, yesterday, like, I saw some plays that would have went a lot differently if we were playing a lot better team. But still, shout out our defense. I still think that we look more cohesive.
Yeah, look good.
I think we look more cohesive as a whole, and I think that we put more pressure on the quarterback, and I think that our DBs were a little bit more comfortable because we put a little bit more pressure on the quarterback, and we stopped the run a little bit better too. Our linebackers were coming
was starting to get hot again. Starting to get hot. So
Yep.
y'all was able to put a little damper on that. Yeah,
we tackled a lot better too. The
I think
Cowboys tackled a lot better this past week.
Y'all did a great job. I need to see what's coming in the future. I think y'all play the Eagles again. I want to see y'all against the Eagles again.
Hopefully
I feel like they down job the last game.
Hopefully we can keep Ceedee and Pickens.
You better hope you can keep they can keep Carter.
No, we need Ceedee and Pickens more.
Huh?
We can put any, if we got Ceedee and Pickens, you can put any running back there and they're gonna.
I'm not talking about that. I'm
crazy.
talking about Carter, who got kicked out the game.
Oh, what?
Yeah, at the beginning of the year from spitting.
Yeah, now.
Oh, this is not on the docket. Speaking of spitting, we didn't put it on the docket.
We didn't, but let's talk about it.
Jamar Chase and Jalen Ramsey had a game. They played against each other. Towards the end of the game, my man Ramsey got kicked out of the game because he took a swing at Jamar Chase. Nobody knew why. Saying cameras, you couldn't pick up on it that quick. You know what I'm saying? To me, I'm just like, yo, why would you're winning, you busting their ass. Like, it's over. Why are you even fighting him? The game is over. So it came out at towards the interview. They asked Jalen Ramsey what happened. He said, yo, he spit on me.
Chris Paul Rondo.
And then Jamar Chase came out and said, yo, I ain't never spit on. All right, sorry for the cutoff. Little camera problems, but we're going to get back into the action. We were speaking about Jamar Chase and Jalen Ramsey.
Yes.
In regards to the spitting incident, man. I think is.
Did you see any replays? Do you think
Yes.
he did it?
Oh no, I seen the replay.
Did he do it?
Yes, 1,000%.
Oh yeah.
What?
And
I hate to discuss.
That was going to be
it's
my
sickening.
thing. Even without seeing the replay of the Jamar Chase and the Jalen Ramsey, I was going to say he did, because why would you go out and slap somebody and lie and say that you spit on? Why would I lie and say that you spit on me? But I think it's kind of even a little bit worse that you would lie and say that you didn't spit on somebody when you did. And honestly, that makes it a little bit worse.
That is one of the most despicable things to do.
It's
to
a
person.
despicable
It's like,
thing no matter what. But
yeah,
it's
like,
just.
And I don't fault Jalen. And he said it. Jalen Ramsey, he said game over after that point. It's it's not even about football at that point. It's over. And it came out that Jalen Ramsey didn't get is not getting no suspension, but Jamar Chase is. Good. And my man said he's going to appeal it.
Good luck. There's what how many cameras they got these days in the NFL stadium and all them HD shits and how much they zoom in. Bro, they know you. They know what you did. What you gonna say? You was trying to spit down, or you gonna say that you was just talking and you spit on accident? I mean, you can do what you want to appeal it. I just don't see it.
Just for coming and playing in my face, you getting 2 suspensions now. If I was the NFL, yo. First you gonna lie, you trying to appeal? Oh, now you getting 2 games, man, for wasting my time, man.
Double jeopardy.
Yeah, for wasting my time. So yeah, that's that was disgusting.
I feel like that could be a show, and that's a no go. And yeah, I was pretty.
I don't
sure
know
he
if they
did
play
it
again. I
anyways.
think they play. I don't know. We gotta see if they play again.
But we finally get to see like a great. Not finally, but we see a great matchup for DB and receiver after we've been talking about all year that the receiver's been sitting here doing whatever the hell they wanted. So
and he shut down Jamar Chase.
He shut down Jamar Chase, and then after it has to come with being spit in the face. Like I feel like that shouldn't have to be the highlight of what happened, or that shouldn't have to be the face of what happened. The face of what happened should have been the fact that there was a great matchup. But the fact that you spit in somebody's face, it takes away the fact that there was a great matchup. That's the only thing that. But also that could have been the distraction too. Take that away from the fact that the game he didn't play well.
It ain't gonna take away from that fact that with the stat line shows.
Oh yeah, the stats gonna be there no matter what.
And he got thrown the ball. Mm-hmm. That's the crazy. Like that's what I'm saying. That stat line gonna show. I mean, you could take it away for what? And now you're looking even more crazy. Mm-hmm. So what are you really taking it away from? If that's your main goal to do that, your main goal to do that for you to only have. Hold on, where we at? Jamar, 3 receptions, and you were throwing the ball 10 times.
Ooh.
3 and 30 yards.
For me, I would have to see. Did you see the plays
that he shut him down on?
Mm-hmm. With the ball,
okay, I didn't see the plays.
I say that's my only thing.
But I know you're a receiver, so I'm gonna respect it.
Things could look a little bit different, especially quarterbacks could get a little bit scared sometimes when you have a receiver in your vicinity and the pass could go off sometimes because the corner is like somewhat close and they're good at tracking you and staying close, so it's tougher when the receiver's not as open as they usually are. So I'm not faulting it on the quarterback. I'm just saying I would have to see the tape in order to give Jamar Chase the full blame for the 3 of 10 targets.
You haven't had that problem since Joe Flacco got there. He's been throwing the ball a lot of times,
but also he hasn't had a corner like Jalen Ramsey as he had to play. So the fact that
Jalen Ramsey was getting smoked a couple weeks ago. So I mean, I ain't trying to hear that. You're supposed to be the best receiver. I mean, the best receiver in the game. You getting paid like the best receiver in the game, and it's 10 targets that you're getting. You better catch at least 50 of them things.
Let's get one thing straight. Jalen Ramsey getting smoked a couple weeks ago does not take away from him being a great receiver, him being a great corner.
Yeah, you're right.
It doesn't. Because why we talk about all the time that the game is set up for offensive players.
1,000%.
And that's for marketing. Marketing is money. So,
ban the tush push.
Exactly. Well, they're not going to. They're not going to. But
I lied them.
Just for like the receiver, yeah, they need that. Yeah, but. What's the next topic? What's next?
Oh, you wanted to get to Green Bay?
Yeah, we gotta go to Green Bay and the Giants.
Oh,
You guys
man.
squeaked out of that one.
I was scared. I was scared
What
prior
is-
to it.
What are you guys really? Are you guys just like building for next year? Like gonna be like a
What the
really good
fuck?
team? No, not like.
I get what you're saying.
I'm not
No,
saying rebuilding, but I'm saying like, are you guys supposed to be like this really good team that is supposed to just be better next year, or did you guys just not do as well as you guys thought you were gonna do this year?
I'm starting to read.
Both things can also be true too.
I'm starting to read that Matt LaFleur feels like he can outsmart everybody. I don't know why. I do not know why. And now I'm starting to see like stubbornness coming from him. This game, I will admit, our receivers just didn't catch the ball. He was trying to especially Josh Jacobs went out too also. So he couldn't really rely on the run like he used to. So it looked like he was trying to do his best to actually let Jordan Love play his game and show his abilities on this game, which I did like. It wasn't the problem of offense this game, even though we did the drops. The drops is my only problem. And all this stuff I'm talking about, Luke Musgrave, this man was dropping the ball left and right.
Bro, no, honestly, it's a jinx on us in tight ends because I did the same thing to Ferguson. Talking about Ferguson, the next week he had all those. He fumbled
yeah.
and he had a drop.
Yeah,
He fumbled and he had a big drop that game, bro. So,
but I'm big on Luke Musgrave, not as big as Tucker, but when they both came in, Musgrave was supposed to be the number one tight end, and he's faster, slimmer, everything else. He's more agile. So I'm thinking like, all right, cool, we still in the good, even though I still think he's good. I don't know what it did to make him fall back a lot. I don't know. I don't know if it's coaching. I don't know if it's his study habits and everything else. Because Tucker Crafts took off, and he's one of the fan favorites in Green Bay. But I don't blame. I was about to say Aaron Rodgers. I don't blame Jordan Love for this one because he had a lot of drops. Christian Watson. I don't know what's going on with Dobbs. Dobbs was on a high until Christian Watson came, and then
you know what's going on with your receiving core. You jinxed him.
What?
You
How
came into the season talking about you guys had the best receiving. You guys had the most receivers that were like at like a
2-3 range.
Yeah, at like a good caliber. You guys had the most good caliber receivers, most highest caliber receivers, like as of like a frequency. So
people drop balls.
But that's what I'm saying. But I mean, they choose the same game.
Pickens dropped the one last night, touchdown.
First of all, Pickens set a record last night.
I don't care. He still dropped the
Pickens
touchdown.
set a record last night, and we won the game.
I don't care.
That
We
makes
won
a
the game?
difference. Not like we did.
Nah, you went against the Raiders.
Hey, don't leave me alone.
Oh, we went against the Giants.
Honestly, we was close. We had a close game with the Giants too, so I can't say. Shit.
The Giants. And we couldn't stop the run. This is the first game I say,
y'all almost got beat by that guy too. You know our guy.
Oh my God,
you know our guy, Jameis
That's what
Winston.
I was scared of. I was scared of Jameis Winston because
that's the type of game he could.
You want to know what? And I do not even blame him for what happened at the end of the game. He did the Jameis Winston thing, but it wasn't his fault. His damn receiver stopped on a route, on a corner route.
So can you explain this for the people in the crowd that might have been saying, because I had one of my students come up to me today saying that Jameis Winston didn't play well, but then he just didn't do what he had to do at the end of the game. And I know that narrative's going out there. What did you see at the end of the Giants-Packers game from Jameis Winston?
Jameis Winston played a hell of a game. Now, 2 passes was directly to us. We didn't catch them. Now, those ones, I said, that's the Jameis Winston I like. It's supposed to have been 2 picks.
Just for today.
It's supposed to have been 2 guaranteed picks. That last one, the third one, that homeboy was supposed to go to the corner. It looked like I don't know if he didn't think he was getting a ball. He turned around like he did some type of hook and he stopped the route. And our corner kept going. And he seen the ball and he intercepted it. When you're a receiver, you're back there, what is it to do, right? To get in front of the corner on those corner routes. He had it. He was in front of the corner if he would have kept going. At the very least, it would have been a deflection in a 4th down, but it would have been a deflection.
But he stopped.
It would have been at the very least a deflection. I don't think it would have been an interception. Because Williams, he's a great. I mean, he's not even a great quarterback. I mean, cornerback. He's a decent corner. We don't got too good of corners. So it would have been at the very least a deflection.
Okay.
It wouldn't have been an interception. I do not blame Jameis Winston at all for what he did because.
So shout out Jameis.
Yeah, I think he played a hell of a game.
Shout out Jameis.
Besides those 2 passes that we were supposed to intercept, I was so pissed off at that. I was like, damn. We need those, man.
Shoot.
Those are the Jameis we need to see. But that last one, I do not blame him.
He was trying to give y'all the game at the end. He was trying to be nice, and y'all just wasn't trying to take the game.
We did. Like, yeah, he did. Yeah,
He's like, yo, I'm trying to give it to y'all, D.
Shoot, and I felt so bad for him because that's the storyline of Jameis Winston. But if you didn't watch that game, you would say, damn, Jameis Winston doing Jameis Winston thing, but he did his thing. Besides 2 of them passes. 2 of them passes was like, damn. And it was a windy day. It was very windy. Even the Philly game, that's why I was so low, they were scared to kick. The Northeast was, you seen, we in the Northeast area, and it was windy Sunday. It was extremely windy, so I don't blame him.
Okay, that ain't bad. All right, we're going to go to get into NBA for the day. We're always going to start NBA with our section with Chris Dunn. Our section with Chris Dunn was, I said keeping up with Chris last week, but I found a new name that I think I like a little bit better. The name's going to be the Dunngeon, and obviously the pun off of Chris Dunn's name, so it's going to be D-U-N-N. But it's not just for Chris. There's going to be for like a whole bunch of different like people that are doing well defensively, because I feel like the league and everybody else pushes offense, and defense is a very important part of the league. So we're going to take some time and like look at some defensive plays and look at what goes into some defensive plays, because we want to be just as appreciative of it as we do offense. But to start out with the Dunngeon for the day, and we're going to just talk about Chris for the day because I didn't do research on anybody else. We will always talk about Chris because the section's named after him, but we'll also talk about different defenders as well. But Chris right now, 1.7 steals per game. His career average is 1.5, so he's over that. He is at 36% from the three-point line right now and almost 36.5, so I'll put him at 37% from the three-point line right now. I like to point out his three-point percentage early because people say that he needs to get that up to be more effective and be on the floor more. He had like around 40% like last week, but it's down to 36%, 36 or 37% still isn't a bad three-point percentage because it's still very close to 40. His field goal percentage right now is 47.5%. He's averaging 7 points a game and 2.4 assists a game. So Chris is doing well, and in my opinion, he's not in like the league leaders. He's in like the topper, like the upper half of like the league for steals, but he's not in like the very top, not like he used to be like the past few years, and like when he was leading the league in steals in like top 2, in my opinion, just because people know that he's like one of the best on-ball defenders in the league now. So if he's coming to guard you, you're going to be like as secure with the ball as possible because you know he's coming to reach. So that's going to like take down his steals a little bit because you're kind of prepared for it.
That's what I was about to say. That's like, you know what I'm saying? It's, you got to work around him now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a little different.
Exactly. So also he is a lockdown defender and a great on-ball defender as well, and a great off-ball defender as well, because he's great at helping and getting back to his man. So the fact that he does that well, it helps him, and yeah, it just allows him to be able to do it allows the steals to not be as present because he's locking down your best defender. Not having the steals, but being able to lock down your best defender, or not lock them down, but being able to slow them down, because you're in the NBA, it's hard to lock down these great scorers, but being able to slow them down can give your team the edge to win. And the Clippers have been playing well. James Harden's been balling, dropping 30, 40 points. I think he just dropped 50-something the other night. I'm looking like the old James Harden. So the Clippers are rolling with Chris right now. The Clippers are rolling with Chris right now. Shout out Chris, and shout out our section, the Dunngeon. We're going to keep going with this, and we're going to make sure to highlight the one from last week as well. I got to clip up the one from last week and drop it before this episode drops.
Got you.
All right. Next on NBA, we have Wemby goes out with another injury, and he'll be out for a few weeks. do we think the San Antonio Spurs have playoff aspirations this year, or do we think that this is just going to be a year of stats for Wemby and he's going to be hurt on and off, and this isn't going to be a year of playoffs for them? What do you think?
Because Wemby was in and out last year.
Mm-hmm.
They're creating a culture. They're creating a culture without Wemby. So imagine Wemby being in there. So right now they are in the playoffs. I think there was like, what, 4?
I'll check
3 or
that.
4.
While you checking out, while you talking, I'll check.
So right now they're creating they started creating a culture last year to play and build chemistry without Wemby last year. So this year, yes, Wemby was in there for a decent amount of the games, but they already starting to create that situation where Wemby's not going to be here. So what are we going to do? Type situation. So they going to do a drop. They might drop into the play-in. You know what I'm saying? I know people don't consider that playoffs.
Spurs are 5th right now, 9-4.
Yeah, so I know they were sitting at that middle spot. So I do think they got still playoff destination to go into the playoffs, but I still see them because I feel like they building off of last year without Wemby. I feel like, and they was making almost a strong push like towards the end, and the West was just moving in a strong direction, man. So I think so. I think they still can make the playoffs. I like them.
I think they'll make the playoffs, but I don't think they'll make as much noise as I thought they were gonna make if he was like healthy for majority of the season. In my opinion, right now,
and they still got boy from the Kings, right? What's his name? What's his name from the Kings?
Who?
The point guard, the fast point guard.
Oh, Fox.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
there's something building over there.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So my thing about it is, I think Wemby is like mirroring, like Steph's like early on. Like I know Steph had a lot of injuries early on, and I think they was like kind of just like letting like Kobe ride out and stuff. And I think right now Steph is like riding out. And I think Wemby is like going through like his knickknacks and stuff, but still putting up his stats. But they're still trying to let it be like Steph and LeBron's like show kind of, and like still have obviously like Luka and all that stuff in it, but still kind of have it be like Steph and LeBron's show because they're still like the more like global players. So I think, yeah,
I think that's hard because he's tall.
He is.
So with that comes with a lot of pressure on the feet, a lot of pressure on the knees. What injury was it?
It's I'll look that up.
Probably knee injury.
Steph was battling ankle injuries the whole.
But he's small. Time. Like you ain't got to deal with that much impact. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but at the same time, even though he's small, he's still doing a lot of running. The way Steph plays, the way Steph Curry plays. He does a lot of running, even if it's just from the time he's running up the court, like with the ball, to from the time he's passing the ball and then cutting after he doesn't have the ball anymore. Steph Curry does a lot of running, so that's a lot of pressure on his ankles, no matter what his size is. And if he's moving around, and honestly, he's not as tall as Wemby, so he has to move around way more than Wemby so that he can get his shot off.
Okay. Question: which one is worse to have, and it keeps being reoccurring, knee or ankle?
Knee.
What he has?
Calf injury.
I'm scared of those too.
Why? Because that could lead to an ACL.
Yeah, I'm scared of. Those are two ones I'm scared of. It is the calf and the knee.
The calf one is one that is also you can heal it though. You can. You got to do what you got to do, though. And I'm not saying that he's not. I know he got the best trainers in the world. I know he got all this money. I know everybody's watching him, so he's getting the best things put into him. Pause. But you have to be able to, one, strengthen those muscles around it. You have to loosen those muscles around it, and you got to be able to make sure that those muscles are prepared for what's going to come. So you got to like give it like shock treatment, kind of like doing different things that are a little bit more extreme than what you're going to be doing on the basketball court. So like all those things need to be done for the calf. It's easier to do that than it is to rehab your knee.
Yeah, I agree. But calf, I would put second.
Or rehab your ankle.
You think so?
Even rehab your ankle, bro.
I feel like you could.
If you have to rehab your ankle, you can't run. You can't like the cap, like you're not supposed to be able to run if you can't like.
Stop wearing low top shoes.
I mean,
Yo,
I don't think it's the low top shoes. Low top shoes are a thing, but I don't think it's the low top shoes.
Now.
I think people are so athletic, and we're not focusing on our tendons much. We're not focusing on the strings of our body. I think everything's like, yo, we need to be explosive. We need to jump high. We need to be strong. We need to be fast. We need to be explosive. But we're not working on the small parts that's not going to get us injured. Like we need to be able to do duck walks easily. Like everybody should be able to. Like this is one thing that I battled ankle injuries often when I was younger. But you know what I wasn't? My body wasn't freaking flexible. I was too young to be that athletic and not be flexible. Like the way I am now, like how deep I can sit into a squat and like how I can be able to walk in a duck walk. Like I can walk in a duck walk now like I was never even able to walk like in a duck walk when I was in like PBA football. Like it was tough for me to get down because my hips weren't strong. Not even that, like they weren't loose and they weren't strong, and my my knees weren't strong to be able like to do duck walks and stuff. So all that stuff is important. All of it is important. That's something that they're not talking about or that they're not teaching us. But like, how many teams do you see doing duck walks often now? Like that's something that we used to do on a regular, and people don't like. Some teams probably do, but it's a big thing that is important for making sure your body's healthy. And all those little things like doing the reverse crabs and stuff, they're all functional things that you're doing to making sure your body is connecting the way it's supposed to. If you're just lifting or just doing one motion, that doesn't equate to what you do on a basketball court or in any sport. Every sport is random, and every sport is
random movements.
Exactly, just random.
Yeah.
Everything's random. So you have to be able to prepare for that. And the easiest way to prepare for that is by doing things that we did as kids, in my opinion. I'm not the complete professional on this.
I'm still scared about the calf, but yeah.
You know, I'm with the I think the calf injury is the easiest to be able to recover and build from. Because once you get it, you're going to start to realize like, oh, shit, this can possibly ruin my MCL or my ACL. Let me make sure I get this right. And then you're going to start to realize all the flexibilities that you didn't have prior and all the knickknacks that you had prior that you needed to be working on for your feet and for your ankles and for all of the tendons and strings in your legs and in your knees. So you start to be attentive to that after. I think the calf one is one that you can build off. The knee one is like one that you have to sit out for and then rehab, and then you can't get any type of you can't get better because you're rehabbing your knee the whole time. So it's tough, and then that's like scary to try to like go back against. Like the calf one, you can strengthen like all the muscles, and then you can make yourself better by doing the strings thing. But the knee and the ankle is just like once they like punch, like once that like bone breaks or something, that shit is tough, and it's always like easy to re-injure. All right, my fault for the little tangent. But to continue with NBA for the day, we have LeBron James and Steph Curry likely to sit out of the 2028 Olympics. Why do you think this is?
The end of an era. That's all. You know, it's the end of an era, man. What LeBron is what, 40? About to be 41? It's 2025, so the man gonna be like 44. I'll be shocked if he still was playing in the Olympics, man. Like unless he's coaching.
LeBron, no Olympics. Oh my God! But honestly, that sounds crazy though.
My man been playing in the Olympics since the beginning of the 2000s.
It sounds crazy to expect LeBron to play in the Olympics.
Yeah,
at that age. Honestly. So I don't see it as crazy, but it definitely is hurtful to see that LeBron and Steph are thinking about not playing. But I think that's a setup, and I think they're going to play. I think they're going to be like, I think that's going to be their last hurrah and stuff. But
you
LeBron.
Think this is just setting up the landscape for.
I think they're setting up the landscape for their exit. And I think they'll both still play because
That's a long time. And it's, you know where the Olympics is at, right?
Where is it?
It's here. North America.
Oh, yeah.
So it's in Canada.
Come on now.
L.A. I mean, it's going to be a couple other New York spots. New York going to be one of the spots for soccer and everything else in Mexico. So
So that makes it even more of a reason. And I honestly, I understand like the transition of the new players into the league and like handing over the league, but I think they'll end up playing. And from now until 2028, we'll give LeBron an opportunity to be able to play with Bryce, because that leads into. You have anything else to say about that? Because that could lead into the perfect segue for our Bryce James. Bryce James, coach for Arizona, says that Bryce hasn't been playing because there's still a possibility that he could be redshirted. So that could possibly be something that makes LeBron have to like stay in the league. Like, so LeBron's like, well, I got to get my name talked about for 2028 because I know I'm gonna have to be in the league that long because my son gonna have to get redshirted. Because if he wants to get the most out of it or get the most out of him, and they think that's the best trajectory, I feel like LeBron would sacrifice a couple years like trying to stay in the league so that Bryce can be a better player. I feel like Bryce being a better player is more important than LeBron trying to like rush himself out the league. He's nice, but I feel like if he was really that, he would be on the court scoring and like being in the game. You're not going to be talking about redshirting or talking about being redshirted if you're ready to play. Like, for example, Tayshaun. They were going to redshirt Tayshaun, like LP said, and they went to a tournament and they saw him play just to like put him in the game, and they're like, yo, we cannot redshirt this kid. So if, in my opinion, if Bryce was too good to be redshirted, he wouldn't be redshirted. That's my only thing.
Why would you pick Arizona if you didn't feel like he was getting no playing time and get redshirted?
He probably liked the coach. LeBron could have liked the coach and felt like he was going to be the best person to develop his son.
Bryce? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
And I can see that. And I can definitely see that coming from LeBron. But like even Cayenne came in, and this is not to compare the two in their production because they're at two different schools, but Cayenne came in and he's ready. Like his coach isn't talking about like him like redshirting because for his program, he came in ready for that program. And again, it's not to compare the two, but that's just what it has been showing for this season for Cayenne. What are your thoughts? Do you think redshirting Bryce is a good thing? Do you think that it's opportunity? Do you think it's a bad thing?
I always think it's a good thing if it's a because I think it's no way as a high profile player like Bryce, because he's still a high profile player coming from LeBron James, to not know if he's going to be sitting down. He must have known he was going to be competing for something. It's no way I'm going to a school that I felt like you sold me on something different, and you told me I was going to be a starter or even play for some minutes, and now you're thinking about redshirting me. You had to have some type of knowledge. So I'm good with it because it seems like it was already known. This is too early in the college basketball season not to know this stuff, like going into the season. It's no way.
You're definitely correct.
I would have.
Because it's different. It's different when it comes to those higher level players. So like LP even talked about him being in contact with Tay's coach and being able to just talk to him and just see what's going on and stuff.
Yeah.
Most people can't talk to college coaches. Most parents can't talk to college coaches.
Yeah.
But if you have players like Bryce, and you have
LeBron
players
James,
and then you have players like Tayshaun, to where you can your parents do have the leeway to be able to talk because they value you being there and they know that your parents your rock. Then those are those few exceptions.
Yeah. So I don't have no problem with it. It seems like it was already in some type of form talked about before. I wish it was at the beginning of the season, to whereas you didn't have to lead him on for. I don't know if he was let on, but I feel like that decision should have made maybe at the at the beginning of the season.
It's
even
tough,
still,
though.
it's still fresh.
You kind of want to give him a chance. You kind of want to give him a chance throughout preseason and stuff, and then see if he is ready. Because if he's not ready, why waste his time? Why
Because I
not
feel
just
like you
why
can
not
see
just let him be in the lab and let him just like really work and let him?
I feel like you could have determined that during training camp.
No, because there's not live games against other schools.
But he didn't have no live games, though.
You only have you have preseason though. You have preseason though.
But
He played in preseason.
Yes, okay, preseason. Did he play in the preseason?
Yes.
Okay, he played in the preseason. So why did it still take him this long? And we've been in the regular season for about what, 2 weeks?
Mm-hmm.
2 weeks. Why has it took him that long to even make that decision? Because you've been in the regular season for this long.
Marketing. He's Bryce.
So it's conflicting still.
It's not, because he's Bryce James. If you are told early that Bryce James is not going to be playing, your first few views of your games that are supposed to be high because Bryce James is playing is going to be a lot lower. Also,
I still can't go for that.
Bro, those people watch that whole game to watch Bryce get in. People made comments and made posts after saying that they watched the whole game and Bryce was like getting up and they had opportunity to put Bryce in and they didn't. People watched that game just for Bryce.
I get your point.
So they didn't sit him out early.
So why not wait longer then? That's why I wait. So why wait?
Because you see what your product is gonna look like. You see what your product is going to look like. You see what the views look like when you know he's going to play or when people think he's going to play compared to when people know he's not going to play. So, and honestly, that makes you some money there. You know how much money they probably made just from Bryce James in his first couple weeks, and then now they're going to sit him and then be able to make money from the next couple years? Hello? How much money they're gonna make because they just had him? They just had him for a couple weeks and he's not even playing.
So you mean
he's getting posts made about him talking about how he should have played and he's not playing. This is like the second coming of Bronny's like marketing. Like no matter what, the media is gonna follow him because of LeBron. And no matter what, you're gonna be able to profit off of him because of LeBron.
It still kind of doesn't make sense to me. I get what you're marketing. It doesn't make sense to me as far as like because it doesn't make sense to me because why? All right, say the numbers is high, right? Mm-hmm. As far as the ratings of the anticipation of watching Bryce,
you offer him a bag next year.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about what the media and because that's where you talk about the marketing that comes from the money that's going to be receiving from all this. So you do this for the next couple weeks that they did it, and you get great numbers, great income, and everything else. Why say it now? Now it's going to deplete
because you can only go for so long. Everybody's asking why he's not playing, so you have to say
get that
something.
You get that little itch of see what it's going to be about, and then back out of there.
Yeah, you get a chance to see what next year can possibly look like in terms of ratings because of Bryce. What's the difference between Bryce and Bronny and like the money they can bring in for viewers and viewership and also social media too. So it was like a trial run, but also it was a big trial run because it brought in a lot of traction. Again, people were literally watching the full Arizona game. People that never give a damn about Arizona basketball, never give a damn about Arizona, watching that basketball game till the end just to see Bryce get in and see if he gets in. And some people wanting to talk shit. Some people wanting to see if he does good, and some people wanting to see him do good. But either way, there was a whole bunch of people watching that game so that they can see if he was going to get in and see him play. So they watched the whole game for nothing. And they're watching the first few games, just sitting there. But that's how you know that it's that big of an anticipation and it's that important to people because they're sitting there watching the game, the whole game, waiting for him to get in.
How you think LeBron feels about that? Like, you think he had a say in all this?
Yeah. If he's
like
LeBron, I'm pretty sure the coach told him, like, yeah, your son's probably like, we're probably going to register him for next year. And they probably had that conversation. And LeBron's like, yeah, do what you gotta do. If he's gonna bring in some money there, and like he'll be okay. Like if he's gonna sit with his jersey on,
red shirt, that means he's not eligible to be in the NBA, right?
Who?
Bryce.
No, I mean yes, you are. You can leave even if you redshirt. You as long as you're 1 year removed.
So basically another like 2 years. So he has to play.
He doesn't have to play next year.
He doesn't?
No. If he redshirt this year and he just have to be 1 year removed. You don't have to play college basketball.
1 year removed from high school.
Yes, you don't have to play college basketball. You think he's just gonna train him and then just send him? That's a different thought. Now that's a different thought. Just having him being in the lab, getting the NIL money from Arizona, and then just sending him next year without actually like him doing his freshman redshirt year. That's a different thought, Coop.
But that's some bullshit if that's what the play is.
That's a different a play's a play, though. Why is it got to be some bullshit?
That's some bullshit because you're cutting out a system part, as a progression. I understand you came straight out of high school, granted. Cool, but it's like you're playing the system as far as like, all right, I came straight out of high school. I should be good. I don't think his son is at that level. So why not let him get this time in? If this is the move, get his time in. Learn the gradual step of playing with it, because now we got older people that's in. As y'all talking about, NCAA is older now. The college level is older now. Let him get this development, and then bring him on next year. But now you just skipping out the whole thing and bringing him into to the same craziness, and probably even a step back than what Bryce had to deal with. Yeah. I mean, than what Bronny had to deal with.
Yeah, that would have been. Yeah, that's if.
I don't think that's smart. If that's the play.
If that's the play. I don't think that's the play. I don't think he's gonna take away his red shirt. If LeBron and Bryce choose like this red shirt year, which like the coach is saying they are, I feel like he's gonna play next year. I feel like
stay tuned for this one. Then
I feel like why waste it? Yeah,
stay tuned for this one, because I have a hard time for LeBron not to know that his kid was going to get redshirted. Now you got me thinking he's conspiracy. Yo, I'm going to try to go to a team that's going to redshirt him, but I want a Power 5 school.
So you can get the money.
Yo, so you gonna have these donors?
I think he's still gonna play.
Next year?
I think he's still going to play. I think he'll play.
All right, we'll see.
I think he'll play.
You heard it here first, because I ain't hear that nowhere.
Yeah, no, I haven't heard that.
You hearing this first. If this is a play by LeBron.
Also, that is similar to Bronny. Bronny didn't really play in college either, but also.
And he still took him out after the heart condition.
That's a fact. And also, he saw with Bronny that Bronny was like penalized for the minutes he did play in college and was like doubted for that.
The plot thickens.
So maybe you don't want maybe
you
don't
come to
want
my side a
people
little
to see
bit.
that for Bryce, and you want people to just see his potential. Ooh, that's scary.
You see what that it's getting scary.
That's scary.
If this is a play by LeBron, we gonna keep up with this one. We need to put a bookmark for this one. Yeah, because that it just seems kind of why. It's a big question.
Put in the comments. Do you guys think Bryce James is going to skip his red shirt freshman year and just end up going to the NBA next year, or do you think he's gonna play his red shirt freshman year next year?
Sheesh.
What do you guys think? Yo, that's different. Hey, we gotta get this out.
Yeah,
You know how once thoughts go into the air, somebody else just gonna do. Yeah, we gotta get this out.
Yeah, right. That's a little.
Last topic for the day. We're gonna go very close to home. UConn boys, number 3 in the nation right now. UConn girls, number 1 in the nation. AZ Fudd and Sarah Strong looking like I don't know what, bro. They are so damn good together, and Sarah Strong is just getting more natural and better feel for just being a elegant guard, being an elegant big, and just she shoots the 3 well. She's a 3-level scorer, and she's stronger than your big already. And then AZ Fudd is so freaking intense on both sides of the ball. She is picking you up as soon as you come over half court, and she's pressing you into spots that you don't want to be in. She got hands on you. She's reaching. She's trying to make sure you cause a turnover. You're uncomfortable, and then she's coming back down and putting pressure on you on the other end. Her game is tight. Her game is legit. Her game is cold. Honestly, AZ's game, and I'm going to say this, and y'all going to be scary. AZ's game is one of like the most similar games that I've seen to Maya Moore's. AZ Fudd. Her game is the most similar game I've seen to Maya Moore's. How you feeling about CT, Coop? UConn. And let's get one thing straight. We are the basketball capital of the world.
That's crazy.
UConn
That's crazy to say.
is the basketball capital of the world, and y'all know this.
All right.
Y'all been this.
Okay.
Y'all know this. Come
Okay.
on now.
Okay.
Come on now.
My question to you
I'm about to
is,
start have to come here with my UConn. Yeah, y'all know what it is, bro.
alumni.
Yeah, I'm an alumni. We wanted
So
all
yeah,
girls.
you can say
girls,
we.
The girls won it all 4 years, and then the boys and the girls won it in the same year.
Yo, you want to know what's crazy? And should Gino be up for the greatest coach ever?
Oh, with his winning it, with his winning, yes.
Not
Yes.
with this winning, just coach ever. He's like, is he okay? I ain't say the best coach ever. Is he the most dominant coach ever?
You would have to like put it in like tiers because there's a high school coach that's gonna be more winningest than Gino.
I ain't say winningest. I said the most dominant.
There's gonna be a high school coach that's more dominant than Gino, and that's because high school is easier than college. But just like college is easier than the NBA, there's not gonna be
There's
college,
levels.
but there's not gonna be an NBA coach that's more dominant than Gino, and it's not because Gino is just like way better than him. Honestly, in my opinion, it's because college is easier than the pros.
Okay. Here's what
College
is
is easier, especially when your team is that much like better of that caliber. And honestly, it's because of his coaching too.
Here's what I would disagree with you. It's not. It's not.
Why
it's
you
not
say that?
easier than. I mean, no. The pros is not easier than.
Why? Because everybody's fighting for it. Everybody's
The reason why
fighting to
the
get there.
differential is just that you go through the draft pick. I mean, you gotta do your scouting and have to do your draft pick. So you literally have to go by who's in front of you, who's behind you, and you gotta pick the best player sometimes. Boom, boom, boom. Cool. What Gino has to do, and his team, because I know it's not just Gino, he has to go around the world and hand pick players. And like I said, hand pick players that will suit his needs. I mean, it's easier for him now, but you got to think the beginner stage. Nobody knows who Gino is, but he still was hand picking these players to get to the team, to be as dominant he is now. I mean, now he gets to live off his name, and you could just be like, I'm Gino, baby.
But
If you want to win a championship, baby, come to UConn. But I feel like it's harder because you have to go get the talent. The talent comes to you when you're WNBA. You
But
just
also,
have to look at.
after you've built something though, and honestly, it is. I understand what you're saying because if he does, when he didn't have
The name associated with
exactly
it.
when he didn't have the name and he didn't have the rings, he ended up winning to get that.
Yes.
So once that is, then that's when like all those number one players and stuff just automatically start rolling in there because they know what you can do because they know what he can do for them. So I feel that.
Let's get this
I
straight.
feel that.
Gino could go for anybody else. And I get it. He gets all these. But is he truly going to get number one players? Or he's getting people that plays his system well and still dominates that way?
He be having number one players. He does be having number one players, but at the same time,
I'm not talking about that. Like you get, I know he's getting tier one players. I'm talking about tier ones. I'm talking about tier one players. But he's getting the elite of the elite,
bro. Who have you seen Paige?
Yeah, I know Paige, but was Paige
Have
number
you
one
seen-
coming into college? I'm asking. Was he?
Paige
Ranked
was,
number 1 high school.
Paige was the hottest thing smoking coming into freaking college.
I'm just asking.
I don't know about all that rankings and stuff, but
yeah, that's what
she
I'm
was
asking. Ranking
but
wise.
even coming into college, she was the most
She's
marketable
a
and
tier
hottest
1.
thing smoking.
Okay.
No, there was nobody that you were talking about more than Paige Beckers when she was coming into college,
Okay.
and that's before she got there.
I got to do my research.
And also, let's get one thing straight: this AZ Fudd and Sarah Strong combination. This is gonna be some shit that y'all talk about.
Before they came
There's
to
gonna be
UConn,
some
were
shit.
they being talked about in the market
AZ
of high
Fudd
school?
was high
I'm asking you,
high
I'm just
school
asking
girls
you.
basketball is just not marketable. It's just not very marketable.
So
and
the
they don't
rankings
do a
is
god
just not out there, but you know what I'm saying?
exactly. So these girls really are that, and they always say UConn getting number 1 girl in the country or top this girl in the country.
You're making my point.
What, he built that?
No, you're making my point as far as it's not easier to find, to go here and there and find these girls that's going to fit your system, right?
I mean, it is
because in the WNBA, yours already on display. You get to watch all these games from their college games because they got to play 4 years. You get to watch all this film and everything else.
You get to watch film as a college coach too. You have all the, and especially being UConn, you have all those girls sitting out there wanting to go to you. So all the best girls in the world.
We talk about the build up too at the same time.
Okay.
You can't take away from his build up. You can't take away
I
from that.
respect the build up.
Okay, you can't take away from the build up.
Honestly, I respect it all. I respect it all. But I'm just saying it's hard to say that he's more dominant. It's hard to compare him to a WNBA coach or an NBA coach because they have the best players in the world. And also, not that they just have the best players in the world when you're coaching against the best players in the world and against the best supposed coaches in the world because you're at the professional level. So you're coaching against a full-ass coaching staff and a GM and freaking all this organization and stuff. There's a whole lot of stuff that goes into it.
College basketball, girls basketball is probably the most competitive high-level basketball I have seen. I mean, we've seen some finals the last year and stuff that was really good. Cool. But when you look at that NCAA women's basketball, college basketball, you're in for a show. So I get that you're saying these are the
Bro,
but when you go into that college,
I'm sorry, you can say the same thing about the boys.
The boys?
Yeah.
No.
The
Okay,
boys be on some shit because they want to get to the next level.
Okay, yeah. There you go. But that's what I'm saying. That level, I feel like that level is still higher than the. And I know you want to keep. I know you can. I feel like the level, like. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I can't see it just because
I enjoy the playoffs of college basketball than of just any college sports than pros.
I feel like because it's less predictable.
There you go.
It's less predictable. Okay. There's no series. Like it's better for the teams that are not used to winning. So it's always that opportunity. But you only have one game. In those college things, you have one game. Even in the college football playoffs, it's one game and done. So it's more exciting.
I mean, it's more exciting and it's less planning because, you know, you got the 5-game series, 7-game series, and you get to keep going back and forth with the planning until you get out.
And in the NBA and NFL, you're playing, especially if that team's in your
NFL, you get one done.
And if you're if you're in the if you're in this if you're in the same division, you can end up playing this team already in the season multiple times, or you can end up playing them one time. In college football and basketball, you can go and play a team in the national championship that you never played before all year.
Yeah.
You can go meet a team in the Elite Eight or the semifinals that you have not seen all year. And you're going to say that's what makes it more difficult as a coach. But that's the randomness that makes it easier for the lesser coaches, though. So, like, it's might be a little bit harder for the other coaches because it's random. But at the same time, those coaches that are lesser, they haven't seen you neither.
You're kind of still. I feel like you still come into my argument because to the greatness of Geno, he always gets it done. No matter what the randomness is, no matter how great the team is that he got to go against.
He's had his fall-off years.
Yeah, I know that. But he's still, I think it's a, 11,
honestly,
12 championship,
let me not
4
say that.
straight in a row.
My fault. Let me not say that. Geno's
fall-offs ain't real fall-offs.
Geno's fall-off years are years of injury. His superstars are injured whenever he has fall off years. AZ Fudd and Paige Beckers have been battling injuries for the past 3 years. Dog. But honestly, it's been
and he
4.
still was in competition.
Because Paige had to freaking redshirt one of her years because she wasn't able to play. So Paige was in college for 5 years. AZ Fudd's been there for her 3rd year now because last year she won a championship. Year before that she was injured. So they've been battling. Gino's been battling injuries for the last 5 years and still got a championship.
Greatness.
Let's say that.
I'm just saying.
Let's say that.
Is he the most dominant coach ever, man? I feel like you want to say it. He is, baby. Gino is like, yo, you gotta respect that, man. You gotta respect that, man.
No,
he don't got nothing. He like.
I feel like it's tougher when your competition's tougher. I feel like it's easier. I feel like it's easier to win. There's probably a middle school basketball coach that hasn't lost a game in 5 years.
My thing is, even with the tournament, you have to win 8 straight. Let's not get that.
But
let's
I'm just saying.
Let's not get that confused with. All right, I got 7 games to get you out of here. I got 5 games to get you out of here. I have to win 8 straight to get this chip, and all the randomness that comes with that to get this chip, and I got it done over 10 times. I'm a double-digit championship, baby. It's dominance. I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, man.
It's definitely dominance.
Man.
But again, my only argument to where it's tough to compare the college to the pros is the level of skill and the level of size, strength, speed, and IQ. Because if you again, I'm pretty sure that there's a middle school basketball coach somewhere that has a longer streak and more championships than Gino, but it's middle school basketball, so nobody's gonna care about it. But because it's a lesser level of basketball, it's a lesser level of basketball than the NBA already because it's college, and then it's an even more lesser level of basketball because it's women's. You gotta that. That's my thing about it. It's just easier to win. If you just comparing WNBA, it's a little bit of a better argument.
Besides
but then
the Tennessee coach and the Tennessee coach, who else won more championships in the women's? If it was that easy, that you can't consistently win.
And I feel that, but at the same time, it's just when you have that program, it's that program.
Pat Summer, she. That's what I said. I know he's in competition with her.
And I'm not saying that he's not.
I know you keep.
I'm not saying he's not responsible for this program. I do not want my words to get confused. He is more than responsible for all of the winning that he has done and that he has built. I'm just saying it's tough to compare Gino to a NBA or WNBA. Any type of pro level coach just because of the caliber that they have to play against and they have to coach against on a nightly basis. Gino's probably coached against some people that have just gotten their first head coaching job in the first head coaching job in college and shit. And again,
still dealing with that in the WNBA though. With coaches are first time coaches.
With the expansion, yes. And honestly, that's the annoying thing about it. But then even then, you take Angel Reese, right?
Yeah.
Angel Reese was walking in college basketball, doing whatever the fuck she wanted, walking. And when you get to the WNBA, now they call her me bound. She can't make a layup. She can't do this